Dad bod shirt on, check. Carl the hog dog looking over the cook, check. Wonderful weather, check. What are we cooking today? Something that should be a backyard staple, to be honest with you. Beef short ribs, or as we call them in the business, Dino Ribs. All right, these are the Dino Ribs. As you can tell, beef ribs, beef short ribs. Got a lot of trimming to do on these. There's tons of meat on these jokers though, and they're so good. See all this fat cap? We gotta get all this off of here. We gotta trim that off so we know the rub will adhere to the meat and give it the right flavor we're looking for. These are a great thing to cook once you get them figured out. Tenderness is key, much like a brisket. So don't be scared to take these a little higher than you're comfortable with. I'm probably going to take these to 205 plus, depending on how they tender out. Of course, we'll do a tenderness test to see using our Inkbird thermometer. If you ain't got an Inkbird thermometer, get one. They are worth the price. They're great thermometer, on and off. They work really well, and they're very true to the temp. It's got a big fat seam right there, very true to the temp. So I'm gonna leave a little on there, but most of it I'm gonna peel off, get that silver skin off of there so these beef ribs can really take that rub we're putting on them in. So I think this part here, there we go, there's some rib action. Get in there a little deeper, get that out. All right. Sharp knife's important. This knife is extremely sharp. Westhoff makes good stuff. Wish they'd sponsor me, but all right. So the excess, take a look at the back. Back's fine, that's where the heat's going, is on the bottom. So now that we got that done, we're going to do our injection. And I'll do this with all 7 racks of these ribs. I'm going to put this over here so I don't hit it. And this is just basically water, soy sauce, white pepper, and about a 2/3 cup of that. We're gonna I don't know about you guys, but you buy Creole, these little Creole injectors are awesome. They work great for this kind of stuff, and they're cheap. Find your bones, and you're just gonna inject this puppy. I'm gonna fill it up. I'm gonna get it full. Now this whole jar here isn't going to be just for this rib. We got several more to do today, but I said just pump it up, baby. Oh, a little spillage there. Did a spit of poo. Oh, got the wall. That's never good. Wife will like that. Sure, I clean that up later. And just fill that joker up, man. That injection's got a lot of phosphates and flavor enhancers in it. It's gonna make this beef really taste amazing once it comes off the GC42. All right, now see, she looks pretty full. So we'll try to get this last little bit in there somewhere. The thin part of meat there, but not bad. All right, she got her all injected up. She's full. A lot of liquid in her. All right, we got them injected up. As you can tell, they've been sitting for about, I don't know, an hour or two. getting, look at the marbling on those things. Let's check that out real quick. Look at that marbling. That's in beef ribs for you. They got really good stuff. So what we're going to do is just a basic, simple rub. We're doing these Texas style. Well, it goes good with beef, bacon, so we're using our good friend here, Burnt Finger Barbecue's bacon rub. We're going to give that a little light coat. We're not going to hammer it with it. We're just going to give it a nice little light coat as a base. Give it a little bit of a barbecue flavor in there. We don't want it to be completely just, you know, we'll give it a little bit of something. The next thing I've used is this. If you can notice, I got a quarter cup of salt, quarter cup of pepper. Put it in this old Just Add Protein Shot in the Dark seasoning container. Again, if you haven't tried Shot in the Dark stuff yet, try Shot in the Dark stuff. It's right there. It's fantastic stuff. We're gonna mix that up real quick. There we go, we got it. This is your basic Texas style beef rib is what we're doing. Heavy on the salt and pepper. A little bit of barbecue rub of bacon in there on it. This is gonna give this thing a nice, wonderful bark here a little bit later. We're gonna throw it on the old GC42, the Beast as I call it. Around 275 to start. And then we're gonna take these and just let them sit. We are cooking on the Beast today for them beef ribs. As you can tell, old Hog Dog's watching over it. It's coming to temp, as you can tell. Guru there, knocking her out at 241. We'll check temp with them Inkbirds later. Today, because it's Texas style, we're going with B&B Oak Lump. Texas style, it says right there on the thing. It'll do a great job of hitting them ribs with just the right amount of smoke and color. And for a little extra flavor, we're hitting it with some Chigger Creek premium burn barrel wood chunks, and of course our staple, the Ozark pecan chunks from Chigger Creek as well. Check those guys out, they're awesome. Just here in a little bit, we will throw them ribs on the top rack and we will let them babies start their long smoke bath. All right, we're going to check these for temp. This is that Inkbird thermometer I was telling you about. Look, auto on. How cool is that? Auto off. And you can recharge it. See what these Dino Ribs are cooking at, shall we? See that? 166. 165. 165. They are ready to wrap. They temped out perfect. You can see here, good bark set. Nothing's coming off on the glove. Good tenderness on there. What we're going to do is, I like to do it in the pan. If you got a smoker big enough to do it in the pan, do it in the pan. If not, just wrap them up in little boats in your foil, and you're wrapping them now. What this is going to help do is bust that beef through a stall point and add more beef flavor by steaming the meat and tenderizing it. It's a great little process. If you're not wrapping your meat, you should be. It's going to go back on there at 275. And now we're going to do something that's everybody's best friend in barbecue. If you don't do this in your barbecue, you are missing out. Butter. Butter makes everything better. Everything better. Alright, we're going to throw some foil over that. Throw them back on the smoke until they temp out. That's it. Alright, these bad boys temped out. Whew. Like I said, we're not really worried about temperatures as much as we are tenderness. In case you wanted to look. They've been sitting a while. That's pushing in like butter, boy. You put in minimal effort like that, they are done. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to take some of this, also by Shot in the Dark. We're going to sauce these up, throw them back on the cooker at about 250, Throw another piece of wood chunk on the old firebox. And set this barbecue sauce. You don't want to over sauce. If you over sauce, you will definitely just taste the barbecue sauce and not the meat. And you want to taste the meat here. That's what we're looking for. Well, that's it. Pound it, Carl. Pound it, buddy. That's how you do beef ribs at home. You might not have a smoker like this, but whatever smoker you got, you can follow that pretty much same timeline. It took 7:20 now. It took about 6 hours. 275 wrapping it after about 3 hours and letting it run another 3 wrap. Done. They were going to be fantastic for you. I swear to God. I swear to you. They'll be awesome. Let's take one more peek before we say goodbye to y'all, all right? Hit like and subscribe, please. And I'll keep making more videos like this for you. See y'all later.